What's good, everyone? This is your boy Harley, and welcome back, y'all. I have not done a video in so long. I think the last video I did was 2 months ago, I believe. Oh, yeah, I think it was a month or two ago, and that was because then my last video was when scored 0 points. So yeah, that was my last video. And what's funny was month, like almost like I would say a month later. Yeah, it was like a month later that I was trying to post the video of my post game championship game speech when I won the championship, and all of a sudden, like you'll probably see on my feed that the video is private. It's upside down, sideways. Like maybe if I could hopefully get some luck by posting this video, but if not, I'm gonna have to really make sure I do some serious editing then too. But if you guys want to see my post game championship speech, go ahead and give me some subscribers, give me some likes, give me all that because I want to make sure that people that watch me get the content that they deserve. So, what's been new with you? Why I haven't been posting lately? I've just been doing my own thing. I've been working. My hours haven't increased from the last time I posted the video, but I do get gassed out from when I do work to where I say to myself like, okay, I'm gonna make a video when I get home, tired. Then, but what I am gonna try to do, I'm gonna try post as much as I can within the week, and then try to make up for missing time, if anything, too. So, like I said, like I've said in my previous videos, that I want to try to get a little bit more better equipment, and so that way I can give you a better quality camera angle. And sorry if you hear yelling in the background. that's my brother and his girl playing with their dogs and all that stuff too. So sorry for any interruption in the background too. It's unexpected because last time I did a video, they didn't have dogs. Now we have dogs. So so and also um I just want to point something out with some people. Like some people say that my content. Some people tell me like, because one of the last times I spoke on my video, I was in a dating stage and I'm not with that girl anymore. She said that my content wasn't not funny, but it wasn't entertaining. Like I should have like entertaining content. So from when you remember in the first video I posted, like I did say I was gonna post different genres of my skits, meaning that there are gonna be some videos that aren't gonna be funny, and there are gonna be videos that I speak real, I speak real truth. So, if you're trying to just get mainly entertained without having any type of real talk, then this isn't the channel for you. Like I'm not afraid to lose a subscriber. Like there's how many people in this world. I can work my way around that too. So yeah, my whole purpose of why I do this is to have people informed. Sorry if my hair's a little messy, and I got a haircut not too long ago. It was like a week or two ago. I think it was a week. Yeah, yeah. The whole purpose is to give people an idea of how I am and what I've been around, the type of people I've been around, and also to prevent scenarios such as, you know, with one I might tell you, like all, like I'll give you an example, like, and this isn't recently. This is a long time ago. I used to have a friend in high school. We're in my senior year, and he was a junior. He and I weren't that far apart in age, but I think he had like a 2 month gap. I had a 2 month gap on him, so I was older. This was when I was in my senior year of high school, and this is why one of the reasons why I want to make videos like this is to prevent people to avoid people like him. So when I was in my senior year of high school, and I'm not going to make any name of the school for privacy reasons. So I was going, I was going to the school, I met him, and you know, my first instinct was, okay, he seems pretty chill from the way how he spoke upon himself and the way how he presented himself. So then we started talking, we started fooling around and all that stuff too. Like we started having we started having like cordial conversations, but then again, I was 17 going on 18 at the time, and I even though I was majority at I was 18 for majority of that senior year because school year started in August. I was 18 in November. That's when I turned 18. So make it short, like there was a point in time where when we were chilling and all that, 2 weeks later, two, three, I think a whole month later, I didn't see him. Like he was gone. Like a month later, he was gone for a month or two. Then he came back with an ankle monitor. Now, I got the chance to meet him. He seemed like cool people. He invited me over his place, and he didn't live far from me at the time. He probably lived like five, like no, like four, like 3, 4 miles away from me, so, which wasn't far. So came over to his place, watched the Super Bowl. Then after that, then went over, got invited for dinner and all that stuff too. And it worked out pretty well too during it because he was actually one of the only people at my school that I got to hang out with too. My mom asked me why can't he come outside or why can't he come over to do stuff with us. I'm like, well, it's a long story. Said that I said that he had an ankle monitor, and when I pointed that out, like she started to get weary of it, and it started to turn into a whole controversial thing that happened at school, where my mom then told the school that this gentleman has an ankle bracelet, and oddly enough, the school said they didn't know about it, which I think that's another lie itself, because my school was just based on wanting money from you. If people are watching this and they used to go to school with me at that particular school, you all know what I'm talking about. Like, they did some things to where it was just like no matter how bad the person was, like they would still keep you. They did not expel you. Like I've seen stuff that didn't do as bad, unless if let's say if I decided to leave that school because of something that happened at that school, or because of someone that did something to me at that school, then they would take the time to expel that person. But if it was just an individual person, a one person that was getting expelled, they wouldn't do it. So that's where it got tricky at that point. So it was like the school didn't have anything to lose. And may I remind you, I had my headphones stolen at that school. I used to have my Motorola headphones stolen from there, and I remember I used to have a JanSport bag, and I still have it to this very day. It was put in the front pocket of my bag, and then when I walked out, about to go to the bus stop, put my headphones on, it's not in there. So that was like the worst year of school. Like, and I was getting picked on because people will try to make it look like I was a target. I would make friends with certain people. Then all of a sudden, one person would say something about me that they thought that I said, but also make it put like they put words in my mouth and made it sound like that it was worse than it actually was when it really wasn't. But and it was because the kid with the ankle bracelet had the mouth and the decency to say what he wanted to say. And let's just say that it's not going well for him so far. And he's blaming me and my mom as the reason why he's not in school, because we told the school they had ankle bracelet, but this is where it doesn't make sense. If you were going to a school with an ankle bracelet of a crime that you committed, how is it that the school didn't realize that you were gone for a month? But then when they come back and they see you, they didn't ask you what happened, what's the condition. They didn't ask you in the first couple of weeks, or actually first couple of days to weeks, as to why you didn't show up to school. So that right there is probably a reason why that school got shut down a year later after I graduated. So with that being said, how about after I graduated from this kid? And by the way, this kid still, well, actually, he's not a kid anymore. This guy still argues that my mom was the reason why he got removed from that school and he couldn't finish the school year when he put that upon himself with a crime that he committed. So if you like, this is a domino effect right now. If you didn't get arrested or you didn't get convicted of a crime, and then because you didn't get convicted of the crime, you wouldn't have been put in a situation where you would have to miss time from school with an ankle monitor to then have a good friendship with someone, to then have the other parent of that friend realize that something is wrong in that situation. Because when you presented yourself very well, because my mom was being very classy. My mom was actually trying to be very nice with that person and that particular person. So there should have been no reason why that she's the fault as to why you couldn't go back to school. You committed the crime. So the key word is accountability. If you can't take accountability from what you did before, don't put it on someone that didn't play a huge role like you did before to get yourself in the situation that you're in. So years ago, while I was in college, I see him at the bus. I see that he's with the girl, and the girl is pregnant. He's like, my baby is in there. I mean, like, I don't think that's the proper way to say it when he introduced it, but, you know, that's what I would expect from people that committed a crime that got removed from the school, is to not have a good presentation on stuff like that. That's not always the case, but that's my first encounter by default for me, when it's like, when you're born with trouble. So how about years later that, and this was actually near where I lived, that how about the same kid or guy is in 25 to life after kidnapping someone and holding someone at gunpoint in the car and threatening to kill him. Yep. So I'm not gonna point out the name through social media, through YouTube. For the people that have me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, if you want to know the names, go ahead and message me, and I'll go ahead and point out from there. But I'm not supposed to point out any names for safety reasons on this platform or on this video for, like I said, safety reasons. So the whole purpose is to watch out like who you're friends with, and also it's to point out why I do these videos is because of situations like that, is to make sure that you stay away from people that think that they're friends with you. And it's like my boss tells me, like, you know who your friends are and you know who your friends aren't, but there's a certain line of people that you know you could be friends with, which it kind of like also add on to this point, but also agreed that he knows that there's a certain line of people that you can be friends with, and there's a certain line where you can just say things here and there without having to lead on to think that you're going to trust them and thinking you're a friend. Against a guy like him, that would have been the type of thing to say, or just not say anything at all. Because how about this? How about the girl that he said he got pregnant was also a minor? So I believe, from what I also heard, that the girl was 15 and he was, I believe, 21. He was 21. So yeah, and you know how I'm big on people like hanging around, like, and sex trafficking is pretty big down in Florida. So that's a no-go for me. If you have any attraction to children, then unsubscribe from me. Don't view my videos. I'm like, don't even try to give me like acknowledgement like I am your friend, because people like that don't deserve to have the same freedom as us. So that's pretty much it. Now, I wasn't trying to be entertaining, but I was trying to be informative, and I was trying to give people an understanding on why I do these videos. So my goal is, actually it's not the goal, my whole purpose of this video was to present to you on know who your friends are and know who to stay away from. Because like I said before, accountability is a huge word. If they couldn't take accountability before, don't think that they're going to take accountability now. Okay? So I love you all. Holla at me later. And yeah.